All right, it's KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. My name is Mike Hagan. It's 9 a.m. Friday morning, which means it is once again time for Open Mic Radio. We're going to get you all in a nice Friday state of mind right now. This is Fumes.
Of what you said bounced through my head, wide awake at 4 a.m.
I wanted things to be the same, but the truth is they just had to change. I could stare at the ceiling,
I could stare at the wall, I could ignore my feelings, or I could embrace them all, them all.
when it's what we used to. It's the minutia that really sticks with me.
Sifting through the details, stirring entrails, searching for prophecies. Or I could close my eyes,
Make desperate late night calls.
I could eat my feelings, or I could embrace them all, them all. I could just start screaming,
Or put my fist through the wall.
I could ignore the feelings, or I could embrace them all,
Them all.
All righty, welcome to the program. It's Open Mic Radio. It's Friday, February 28th, 2020. I like to say 2020. It's one of my favorite years, I think. Every week here on Open Mic Radio, we feature interviews with Missouri's finest musicians and bands, live in-studio performances, and a rundown of weekly musical events around the area. This week, I'll say thanks to those who called last week and helped out with the pledge drive, supporting KOPN and this program. I appreciate all the people that donated their hard-earned cashola to help keep Open Mic Radio and KOPN on the air. Thanks very much. Yeah, my name is Mike Hagan. It's good to be here with you this morning. I'm glad you're here with me. Hello. Welcome to the show. It's still winter. Damn it. But it looks like it's going to lighten up a little bit soon, warming up today, as a matter of fact. Maybe get a little bit of sun. One at a time. Enjoy the day either way. I'm psyched about the show this morning. Hello, Miss Diana Moxon, just walking in the door. Yeah, very nice to have with me in the studio Stella Peters and Lou Nevins of the Fumes. We're going to talk with the two of them and find out a little bit about the band, and we might talk them into playing a couple songs for us. We've got a new record that they brought with them, and we're going to hear a few tracks from that as well. We started off with one from their new EP that is called In My Skin, and the song we heard to start the show is called Them All. Let's say hi to Lou and Stella. Hey, you two.
Good morning.
Hey there, how's it going? Pleasure
Good.
to be here.
Hey, I appreciate you coming down. It's it's always a challenge to get you musicians to get in the studio at 9 o'clock on a Friday morning, but I appreciate you pulling it off this morning.
Yeah, it's mostly the waking up that's the hardest part.
Isn't that the truth? All right. Well, let's say we're here at 915 East Broadway. I will say that the doors are usually open on Friday mornings, so if you got the gumption, come on down and say hi to us. We're always friendly down here as long as you are. So come and say hello. Before I get too busy with Stella and Lou, I want to say thank you to Flossie Lee and the Bettys. We had Erica and Emily and Susan down here last week, and real cool stuff those ladies are doing. Had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, we played a show with them a few months back. They're great.
Yeah, real cool. They played. They actually had one last week at Rose. I think Durnley opened, and then they were in the middle. And that was a tribute show. Ooh. I forget. I should know what the final outcome of that was, but I was very interested in Dave and the Flossie and Betty show. So anyway, so we had a great time last Friday, and they had a great show at Rose last week. So thanks to Flossie Lee and the Bettys for coming down last week. Check them out if you ever get a chance. They're very cool. All right, let's see. Maybe you guys want to play a song for us, and then
yeah, why don't we do that?
Then we'll come back and chat a little bit.
Alrighty.
All right, I'll remind people that they are listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org. And I also have big news. I finally got the podcast thing together here. So now if you want to listen to Open Mic Radio and you don't have the opportunity to do it live, you can now find Open Mic Radio with yours truly on all of your major podcast distributors. Just and you can also go to the website as well. If you go to my website at mikehagan.com, just click on the button that says Open Mic Radio, and then there's a big button there that says subscribe to the podcast. So yeah, I finally made it into the 21st century. I've been getting so much crap for years that my technological prowess with regard to my website and things like that was not up to snuff. And my show wasn't being podcast, but now, yeah. So I finally got it done last week. Flossie Lee and the Bettys was the first show to go up on the podcast, even though there's 100 shows that I've done earlier that I wish I could get them all up there. You know, they should make an option for that where you could load up all your previous shows, like before you had the podcast. You can do them, but it always puts them in order as the newest one first. And you know, I want to add a show from 2 years ago, and it's confusing. You know what I mean? And maybe you need a separate archive for it or something. But at any rate, I'm excited to have the podcast going. If you want information about it, like I said, go on the web, mikehagan.com, and just click on the subscribe button. All right. Now, the Fumes. Now, do you go by just Fumes or the Fumes? Because on the record it says Fumes. Sometimes that's confusing.
Right. It's just Fumes.
Just Fumes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Fumes. And we have Mr. Lou and Stella with me here in the studio this morning. Bunch of great talent on this EP. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's get these two to play a song for us. What are you going to do?
Sure. So we're actually going to do one that's not on the album. It's a cover by one of our favorite artists, Margaret Glaspie, off her album Emotions of Math from 2016. It's a great record. You should definitely check it out. She's kind of an undiscovered artist, and we love playing her stuff. So this one's called Memory Street.
All right, very good. Let's hear it.
Street. start walking down memory lane. The record skips, but I let it play. But I hear your voice scream my name, and I tell you to go back to wherever the fuck you came.
You're not kidding. That is a beautiful song. What's the name of that artist again?
That's Margaret Glaspie.
Margaret Glaspie.
Yeah, Memory Street.
What's her story?
She's out in Brooklyn. I randomly saw her a couple years ago at Catford Billing, not knowing who she was at all, but I just went to the show and just blown away. It's like, who's this person? And nobody knows about it.
Huh? And is she? Does she have a band, or is she individual singer-songwriter type?
She has a band. It's just like a three-piece band. She has a band, just a three-piece band, just bass and drums, and she plays guitar and writes all the songs.
Where's she out of?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York. Wow.
Yeah, so him and I started jamming more and, getting into her music and realized it fit my voice pretty well. So we've almost learned her entire record at this point.
Wow. All right. Well, I will say welcome back to the program. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. This morning, my guests in the studio with me are Stella Peters and Lou Nevins of Fumes. We said hello to them a few minutes ago, and they just played one for us by Margaret Glaspie.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Cool stuff. I appreciate you guys coming down. All right. How did you and Lou meet, Stella? Lou's been down here before. We're pretty familiar with one another. He's been in the music scene doing many things for many years. And so this new project, Fumes, I was excited about a year ago when I first heard about it, and I heard you for the first time. So how did you and Lou meet? And tell me a little bit of that background.
Well, so I joined last January. I work for Pizza Tree downtown.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, shameless plug.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
Oh, man, it's the best pizza around.
You're telling me.
Yeah. And they're actually supporters of KOPN. I appreciate John and the gang and all the work that they do down there. But they make a great pizza as well.
They're great.
Yeah.
Right, so we had a office Christmas party last year. We were doing karaoke, and Lou heard me singing. I was discovered.
He's got an ear like that,
Oh, right, yeah. He came up to me, do you want to be in my band? I've never been in a band before, so, I said, heck yeah.
All right, well, what's your background? Where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis. I go to Mizzou currently. I'm a junior.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you study at Mizzou?
I'm a double major in psychology and English.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. And music in your background, or? Yeah,
I sang a lot as a kid with my dad. He's played in bands my whole life, so he's always got me up on the stage with him. Loved to hear me singing to my family and stuff like that. And I was in some extracurricular stuff with school and whatnot, but it's my first official band experience for sure.
Okay.
I was in an a cappella group also too, actually, through Mizzou for a year. Not my style, though, I found, so this is more fitting.
All right. Yeah. What's the makeup of the band? There's some remarkable talent, as I mentioned, on the new record here. Let's actually mention it again. It's called In My Skin by Fumes. Of course, I've got Stella and Lou in the studio with me here today, but what's the makeup of the band when you guys play live?
For this show, we do kind of have a rotating cast of musicians that sit in, depending on who's busy or not that particular evening. But for the show tonight, will be mostly the people that play on the record itself. So Travis McFarland was on the keyboards. He's also in the band Don't Mind Dying, for those in the listening area. Brock Johnson was on bass from Mercer Johnson.
And the Missouri Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Andy Ream is playing drums tonight. He's in the band of Hoot and Hollers. Who
are they?
They're just this local band that are almost not local because they never play around here anymore.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. And
then Tony Zager, who's the guitar player from Monte Carlo. So I've
another
played
great
with
guitar
for
player.
a long time now. Yeah.
yeah. All right, so quite a good sized group of people you'll have on the stage tonight.
6-piece band this evening.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let's mention the show. Where is it and when is it?
It is at Cafe Berlin this evening. Show starts at 9 o'clock. The Cosmic Riders and Fox Teeth will be playing with us. I'm really excited about the whole lineup. I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I think it is too. Unfortunately, I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to miss the show tonight, but I can tell you, this is one that you don't want to miss if you're out and about and you've got some time to see some live music tonight. The Cosmic Riders are great. JT's been doing great stuff also down at East Side. They're finally getting a little bit of music back in their blood, and JT's a big part of that, I think. But Cosmic Riders tonight with Fox Teeth, which is another new project with Justin Hickerson and Josh Wrong, and they actually were late additions to the band. I forget exactly. Maybe you know details.
Mike Fox is the main
Mike Fox,
and then
right?
His partner Marissa is in the band as well.
Marissa Wood.
Yeah, they're really good.
I've heard that they're fantastic. I've yet to see them, but maybe we can get a call from Justin here. He typically calls on Friday morning, so maybe he can tell us a little bit about Fox Teeth. But anyway, and then Fumes headlining the show. Speak of the devil, I don't know who this is, but let's switch gears here and say welcome to Open Mic Radio. Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Justin Hickerson from Fox Teeth.
Well, you're pretty quick on the draw there, man. You were just waiting for it, weren't you?
Interestingly, I turned my radio on, and the first words I heard were my name, and I considered it a prompt.
Sounds like a dream to me.
Well, Justin, I've got a couple of people in the studio with me this morning who are going to be on the stage with you guys tonight. Lou and Stella from Fumes are here, and I know you guys are playing tonight at Cafe Berlin. That's going to be a great show.
Yes, we're very much looking forward to it. Interestingly enough, I'm sitting here with Andy Ream, who is also going to be playing drums for Fumes this evening.
Yeah, we did.
That is right.
Hello, hi Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah, we just went through the
Waving.
we went through the lineup on the new Fumes EP that's called In My Skin, and there's a whole bunch of talent on there, including Andy Ream, and we got Stella on vocals and Lou's playing guitar and singing, Travis McFarlane on the keys, Brock Johnson, my main man, on the bass.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
Tony
where it's at.
Zager. Yeah, man, what a record too. So tonight's going to be awesome.
I've gotten some E snippets in the E world of this E music. I'm digging it. I'm excited to get a physical copy.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But I know we're all on the Fox Teeth end looking forward very much to this evening, and are prepared to leave no prisoners, take no prisoners, excuse me, and leave no trace.
All right. What for people who aren't familiar with Fox Teeth, I know you're kind of new on the scene. Tell people a little bit about your music and the style that you guys play.
Well, Fox Teeth is a kind of a new incarnation of a band that was previously called the Meanwells, that involved Marissa Wood, Russ Barrichter, and Fox Teeth. Or excuse me, Mike Fox.
And his teeth, presumably.
Mike Fox and his teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess it was probably last April or so that Marissa approached me and said that they were working on some new stuff for a new band, and I showed up and started playing drums, and then probably about 8 months or so ago is when we asked Josh to come on and play full-time bass. And primarily most of the songs are Mike's songs, but in our set tonight Marissa has 2 songs and Russ also has 2 songs of their own that they play, and it's a fun band to be in, because when you have 3 primary songwriters and their own distinct styles and licks, it kind of keeps you on your toes a bit. So we're really excited to display that on a public exhibition with such a fine group of other talented individuals.
Yeah, you got a bunch of great folks on the bill tonight. Once again, you've got the Cosmic Riders starting things off, and then Fox Teeth with Fumes finishing things up with a new record, their album release party tonight at Cafe Berlin. Damn, Lou, it's going to be a great show.
The cover fee does include a copy of the CD or a digital download. So
is that right?
To get in, you get a copy.
Wow, that's big news. They don't do that very often. If you go to the show tonight and pay the cover, you'll get a copy of the record. Wow.
Dang, you're not going to find a better deal in this state.
All right. Well, what are you and Andy doing this morning at 9 o'clock?
Well, currently we're shuffling equipment around, but we're about to go try and finish building a retaining wall that was started yesterday.
Huh.
And we'll just see what kind of mud we're dealing with, because 'tis the season, you know.
God, you aren't kidding. I'll be glad when it's over. This winter's been one that I'll be glad to see behind me. So,
But you can bet your bottom dollar that we will be polished up like two brand new pennies and ready to rock and roll this evening at Cafe Berlin.
I wouldn't doubt it for a second, Jess.
All right. Well, it's nice to talk to you guys. Y'all take it easy, all right? We'll see you tonight.
All right.
See you later.
All right, Justin Hickerson, Andy Ream, take care of you guys. All right, back to Lou and Stella here. It is about 22 minutes or so after the hour now of 9 o'clock on the 28th of February. It's actually not the last day of the month. Because of our silly calendar, we do this thing called leap year every 4 years, and it really makes no sense if you really... I'm a mathematician, and I'm always frustrated by the non-scientific methodology of our calendar. Oh, my God. 30 days, 31, 28... What the hell is going on?
Oh, time is a man-made construct anyway.
I think that is the truth. You bet it is. So, all right. So back to Lou Nevins and Stella Peters here in the studio. So how'd you put together the show tonight? How'd you get the other gigs? Was it just sort of a serendipity, or did you do it with intention?
It was with intention. I wanted like a Friday or Saturday, so sometime in probably late December, I just asked the booking guy down at Cafe Berlin what he had available, and he said, yeah, this Friday. I was like, I'll take it. And at the time, I didn't even have the CDs made or sent off, so it kind of lit a fire under me to actually, like we had the recording done. I just, now I have to do it. Like there's a deadline for the CD release show.
Now, when you have bands opening like Fox Teeth and JT and the Cosmic Riders tonight, is that something that the venue puts together, or you guys get to choose, or a little bit of both?
Since I put the show together, I got to choose, and I asked Fox Teeth. I played with them with another band I'm in several months ago, and I really enjoyed them. I was like, yeah, let's do this show, and then kind of searching around for a third band, and then Justin, who's playing with Fox Teeth, he's like, well, have you asked the Cosmic Riders? I was like, no, I haven't. He's like, well, let me ask them. And
there
I said,
you go.
yes. That's awesome. I'm really excited to play with them.
All right. What's the other project that you were talking about that you played with Fox Teeth a couple months ago?
Sissy Paycheck.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They're still active.
Yep. We have a show in 2 weeks. We're playing also at Cafe Berlin.
At Cafe Berlin. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. So 2 weeks, Sissy Paycheck, another one of Lou's projects. Stella, do you have any other projects other than Fumes right now?
No, not at the moment. My friend and I, we're always getting together, two girls of us, so singing, songwriting, and maybe something will be happening with that down the road. That's kind of where my horizon's at right now.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned you're a student at Mizzou. Do you have plans to stick around Columbia, or are you going to boogie in a year or two?
I'm kind of just letting the wind take me wherever it may. I find that if I plan ahead, I end up disappointing myself and other people, so I just don't make plans.
Right. Okay. All right. Influences in your style. Who do you like to? We just heard this.
Margaret Glaspie.
My God, I've got a major block.
Yeah, people have a hard time with her name.
Glaspie. Yeah. Right. Anyway, okay. So we know you like her. Who else did you grow up listening to and singing like?
I gotta say my number one influence has been Florence Welch of Florence and the Machine.
Florence and the Machine.
Oh, she's just got the most powerful voice.
Yeah, she can sing.
Oh, for sure. And Amy Winehouse, too, for sure.
Another fantastic one.
Yeah, I love covering her songs. I find that she just, my vocal range matches hers well enough, so, and that's important when you're covering a song.
Yeah.
To be able to actually sing it.
Yes, exactly. That's the first requirement.
Lou, the songs on your new EP here, are they all Lou Nevins songs, or how are they written?
4 of the 5 are my songs, and then the last one is a cover of a song a friend of mine wrote, but he wrote it maybe like 20 years ago. So
He wrote it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the name of the
Which is
song.
the name of the song, yeah.
Right. We rebirthed it. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I think we're getting close to halfway through the show. Let's play. I think you want to play "In My Skin," right? All right, we're gonna play the third track off of this new Fumes EP. It is the title track from the CD. It's called "In My Skin." We'll come back in about 5 minutes or so and do a little rundown of some of the other things that are happening tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. And in the meantime, like I said, you can catch this one from the Fumes, and you can see them tonight, as a matter of fact, at Cafe Berlin. What time does that show start?
9 o'clock.
So 8 o'clock doors, probably something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
9 o'clock show. What's it cost to get in?
$7.
$7. You get a copy of the CD though, if you
Yes, you
choose, or a download if you choose that.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. And yeah, here's a sample of what you'll hear tonight. This is the third track and the title track from the new Fumes EP. It's called "In My Skin." You listen to it here, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, and streaming on the web at kopn.org.
It's okay if you kill me, as long as you wear my skin. It's okay if you kill me, as long as you wear my skin. How else will I know where you start and where I end, until you wear my skin?
I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna wear your skin. I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna wear your skin. Can't help but look at you and wonder what it's like to be in your beautiful skin.
Peel back my flesh, let the whole world see.
Your every scream is a love song to me. Once we're together, we'll never have to be apart. Once we're together, we'll never have to be apart. Sharing one body, sharing one heart. In my skin.
There's no one else who I'd let wear my skin. There's no one else who I'd let wear my skin. I love you so much that I want you to be inside of my skin.
There's no one else whose skin I'd want to wear. There's no one else whose skin I'd want to wear. I'm only doing this to show you how much I care. I'm gonna wear your skin.
Peel back my flesh, let the whole world see.
Your every scream is a love song to me. Once we're together, we'll never have to be apart. Once we're together, we'll never have to be apart. Sharing one body, sharing one heart. In my skin. skin.
Yeah, I love it, you guys. That is excellent, excellent new material from Fumes. Yeah, wow. All right, Stella and Lou in the studio with me this morning. Great stuff. That's a song that you wrote.
It is, yes.
Lou, tell me a little bit about the way you write songs.
Oh, it kind of depends on the song. Like, that song just kind of popped out of the ether. I was having a writing session with my friend Steph Foley, and
sure.
somewhere in the conversation, the line was like, "It's okay if you kill me as long as you wear my skin." Just like popped up. It's like, well, I'm gonna write a song, and by the end of that night, like the song was done.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. Just a single line or thought, and it all comes from there.
And then sometimes songwriting is like pulling teeth, you know, just like or like etching or carving something out of stone. Like you just gotta like keep hammering
on it.
I recently just wrote the third verse of a song I've been working on since August. Like, like I've just been playing the guitar riff over and over. It's like, what's the third verse gonna be? And finally, just a line popped in my head. It's like, oh, there it is. And then the rest of the verse just kind of was there suddenly.
Do you have times where you actually say, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write?
I try to spend some time every day, like
really
on the craft. Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting. I get different responses from people about how they go about their writing. Sometimes it's inspirational in the shower, or they write it down on napkins, or
there's definitely that element to it.
You know, but it's a combination of many times, like you say. Yeah,
and I think it's a good mixture of things too. You know, to a certain degree, you do have to kind of make yourself write regularly. It's a muscle, just like anything else.
Absolutely.
I think, right? But then sometimes you just get a hit of inspiration, then you ride that wave, using the skills that you've been practicing, and you know, it's just kind of a feedback loop.
Yeah. All right. Hey, let me take a quick break here and say that this program is brought to you in part by listener support and a donation from Ragtag Cinema. This week at Ragtag, the Academy Award-winning film Parasite in both black and white and color versions. Also playing Lodge and Downhill. More information on the web at ragtagcinema.org or by visiting Ragtag at 10 Hit Street, right downtown Columbia.
Oh, that was a great film. Parasite.
Really? Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
I guess
I
you
saw it
must
at
have,
Ragtag, yeah.
Oh, all right. What's it about?
It's just about like class differences. I think it takes place in Korea. Yeah. So just this lower class family kind of getting really messed up with this upper class family. I don't want to give too much away.
All right.
It's great though.
Okay, back to Fumes. So this record was recorded with Will Reeves down at Central Cellar Studios.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Will. He does a lot of great work down there and has recorded some really remarkable stuff over the years.
Yes, he has.
And he makes his own music as well. He's a great musician.
He played me something he's been working on recently that was really good. I can't wait. I hope he puts it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he was working on a project with Ray Fitzgerald, who's one of my favorite. And I know they've got some stuff. I don't know if it's come to fruition or if it kind of didn't get finished. You know how sometimes things don't, but at any rate,
too, so
yeah,
it could still be working on
I sure hope so, because I'm really looking forward to hear more from Ray, and anything that Will's involved with I like. So, Stella, what was it like recording for you? Was this your first experience in the recording studio?
Yes, yes it was. It was a trip for sure. I felt very official in there. And that studio he's put together is very cool. I'd never been in anything like it.
It's very neat, yeah.
And just
he's an amazing carpenter as well.
I mean, just that whole everything he's put together there out of an old garage.
No, it's remarkable what he's done in the studio there. Yeah. All right, well, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you had a good time making this record. It's really good. I really enjoy the music that we're hearing. Maybe we can do a little bit of a rundown here of some of the things that are happening around town, and then you guys can play us another one. What do you think?
Good.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, so at the Blue Note tonight, we've got Jameson Rogers with Drew Parker and Roman Alexander. I am unfamiliar. If you know anything about any of these people that I mentioned, feel free to chime in. Tomorrow, though, there is a tribute to the Cranberries, and that's Violet and the Undercurrents will be stepping up to play some Cranberries music. I imagine that'll be good.
I heard her on BXR yesterday doing a little preview of it.
Violet was. Yeah. Excellent. Well, she's got a beautiful voice as well, and she can really sing, and the band's really tight these days. I love Phil Shawn. I've been listening to her play drums for many, many years.
Absolutely.
In fact, you guys played together, didn't you?
I've never played with Phil Shawn, but
I was thinking in the Stingrays that you were in the Stingrays for some reason.
I've played shows with the Undercurrents many, many times over the years.
Yeah, all right, so that'll be a good one. Tomorrow night, Violet and the Undercurrents doing a tribute to the Cranberries, and DJ Scales will be starting things off. And, of course, that's Jacob from Loose Loose, who plays the drums for that band. He does a DJ thing as well. He's real good. So that'll be a good show tomorrow night at the Blue Note. And on Sunday, there's actually something happening as well. We got a jazz show, Joey DiFrancesco and his trio playing with Etienne, Charles, and Creole Soul. That's the 25th anniversary double bill. I don't know what the anniversary is for, but for something. Let's see, what else? Rose Music Hall tonight, happy hour as usual on Friday night. Got Flyover Country. Pretty soon they'll be doing it in the park again, I hope. I love it when it's outside. I have a more difficult time when it's when happy hour's inside at Rose. But at any rate, Flyover Country tonight, that's 5 to 7. Then you've got Julian Davis and The Situation. Julian Davis was a guitar player for Yonder Mountain String Band, I think.
I know he's out in Nashville. I was talking to somebody last night about this.
I think he played guitar for Yonder Mountain, and now he does this thing, Julian Davis and The Situation. And there's a band called One Way Traffic that's opening, and they're real good as well. They're sort of a jamgrass sort of thing, but I saw them with a band called the Infamous String Dusters, which is, I mean, if you like
it's a great name.
Bluegrass and jamgrass, I mean, these guys are just top shelf, man. It's crazy. But anyway, this is a young band, One Way Traffic, and that'll be a decent show if you like bluegrass and jamgrass, that kind of thing. Tonight at Rose, and then tomorrow the Cash Bash 2020 with the Harms Family Band, Rose Ridge, and Jordan Thomas. I guess they'll be doing some Johnny Cash songs. It's a tribute to, I think his birthday must have just come. Or Death Day. one of those two.
One of those two.
Let's see. And, okay, Cafe Berlin tonight. This is the big one. Cosmic Riders, Fox Teeth, and Fumes. The album release party for Fumes. I've got Lou and Stella in the studio with me. We've been listening to a few tracks off their new record this morning. We've heard Them All, and we heard In My Skin just a few minutes ago. In a few, we're going to have them play another one for us here live in the studio, but we'll finish up with what's happening tonight and tomorrow. The Hanukkah Jones Band and 4 Skeevy Dudes tomorrow at Cafe Berlin. Berlin gets some of the craziest shows. I give a lot of credit to whoever does the booking there, because they really go out of their way to get stuff that is sort of off the radar.
They're very open to all sorts of music, and I mean, it makes for a great place to see shows because you really never know what's going to be there.
I've been pleasantly surprised so many times when I've gone there just to see what was going on. Yeah, for sure. All right, so again, tomorrow, Hanukkah Jones Band, 4 Skeevy Dudes, and Fail Inc. Great name. Love it. All right, what about the Roachport General Store? Today is the 28th. Noah Earl tonight at the Roachport store. Noah doesn't get out and play that much. If you like beautiful singer-songwriter stuff with great guitar playing, you know Noah.
Noah is fantastic.
He's absolutely fantastic.
As a person and as a musician.
No doubt. He's a great guy and a great musician. And
he actually, the heart that is pictured on the cover of our album was supplied by Noah Earl because he's also a farmer. You know, he raises some hogs. So.
That's right. We'll have to talk a little bit about the album art and some of the other things that went into making this, but let's finish up with the music here. Noah Earl, fantastic, tonight at the Roachport General Store. Hi, Diana. You don't have to whisper. You should be like,
Hi.
All right. Tomorrow night, Open Road at the Roachport General Store. Let's see, Cooper's Landing has been doing a few things over the winter because they've got their little indoor barn happening now. Marcella's Ghost tonight. I guess that's at about 6:30. Marcella's Ghost down at Cooper's Landing, and then tomorrow you've got open mic with Josh Smothers in the afternoon, 2 to 5, and the Lace Wings playing tomorrow night. I thought there was something going on East Side, but there's not. So that's about what we got for the weekend. Diana Moxon, speaking of the arts, at 10 o'clock. She does a wonderful show on the arts in mid-Missouri, and at the end of her program, she also does a very thorough rundown of all the stuff that's happening around here. So if I didn't cover it, Diana probably will. Stick around for her show in about 19 minutes or so. All right, let's see if we can get Lou and Stella to play another song for us here. What are you going to do?
This one's called Party Favor.
Party Favor. Now, this one is not on your new record.
No.
So is this an older song or a new one?
This is not our song either. This is another cover.
Okay, all right, here we go. Lou and Stella.
it's not you, it's me, and all that other bull stuff. You know that's bull stuff, but don't you, babe? I'm not your party favorite. Look, now I know we could have done it better, but we can't change the weather when the weather's coming gone. Books don't make sense if you read them backwards. You'll single out the wrong words, like you mishear all my songs. You hear stay and blah blah blah. You just want what you can't have. No way, I'll call the cops. If you don't stop, I'll call your dad. And I hate to do this to you on your birthday. Well, happy birthday, by the way. Well, it's not you, it's me, and all that other bullshit. You know that's bullshit, but don't you, babe? I'm not your party favor.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Very
Yeah, that's
nice.
a fun
Very
one.
nice. Party favorite. Great
Yeah.
song. Who's that?
That's actually originally by Billie Eilish.
Really?
Yeah, so that's like a slowed down little acoustic version of that one.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you remind me of a young woman whose name is Island Jewel. I don't know if you've ever heard her before.
No.
But she's fantastic. I'm gonna after the show. I'm gonna give
She
you her.
local, or?
No. She's I don't know, Memphis. I want to say. But
Cool.
but really good, and you'll like it. She's got a great style, and,
Okay.
and kind of sings similar to you. But
Oh, thanks.
anyway, all right, fantastic stuff from Fumes here in the studio with me this morning. Appreciate you two coming down. Gonna be a fun time
you for
tonight.
having us.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet. Tonight, Cafe Berlin, 8 o'clock doors, 9 o'clock show.
That's
You got
right.
the Cosmic Riders, you got Fox Teeth, and then you got the Fumes coming on after that with a new record. This is called In My Skin. It's a new EP recorded down there with Will in Central Cellar Studios. The artwork is awesome. Who did the photography? Tell us a little bit about how that came together.
Corey Ransberg is the person that actually took the pictures. I sort of had a concept for an image, and Stella and I have definitely talked about it a lot, like the look we were going for. And so we started.
And I'm not going to tell anyone what it looks like. You go to the show and get a free one tonight, and
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
can see it for
There's the
yourself.
incentive.
Yeah, it really is. It really is clever and cool.
Yeah, we had sort of an idea, so I found a friend of mine who's amazing at doing like installation art sort of stuff. So she helped design the set that the picture is taken on, and then another friend of ours did makeup for us, and yeah,
And Noah provided a heart.
he did provide a
That's
heart.
right. The most important detail.
Yeah, that's the only clue we'll give you. A bleeding heart, I should say, from some sort of a real live animal at
The
some
photo
point.
shoot ended up being very sticky.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God!
Right. Well, we had to, the heart obviously had blood in it, but you want to kind of ham it up for the camera, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we had some fake blood involved in that.
Well, okay, so there's your clue. You got fake blood and a real heart involved.
Yeah, there you
in
go.
the artwork
Locally
here.
sourced, that heart.
Yeah,
So I make sure to always
sourced.
mention that detail.
Support your local farmer.
We're all
Yeah,
about
exactly.
locally sourcing things. You know it here. Okay. Let's see what we got for time. We got about 12 minutes or so left. Okay. What do you got planned for spring, summer? Is the band going to be doing more playing out and about? Are you going to record more new material?
We are recording 2 EPs right now, so we should have more stuff coming out sometime this coming year. And then as far as shows go, we got picked to play at True False, so we'll be busking throughout the festival.
Next weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And we're playing the East Side Kickoff show too on Wednesday.
I don't know anything about that. What's the deal with that?
It is the opening night. It's the very first music showcase of the whole True False Festival at East Side this coming Wednesday night.
Really? All right, fantastic. And you'll be playing throughout the weekend, though, at just undisclosed location, just wherever you decide to show
we'll
up?
be playing at the Jubilee, which is on Thursday at Missouri Theater, and then we're busking before a few movies throughout the weekend.
Just the two of you, or the full band,
Just
or what?
the two.
Yeah, it's just going to be the two of us.
Okay.
For that one, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
The Wednesday show will be a full band, but then the rest of it will just be the two of us.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. And summertime, we got more records coming out. You said you're working on 2 different EPs.
Yeah, one of originals and one of covers.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
All
That artist we mentioned earlier, Margaret Glaspie, kind of doing a tribute to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Help
Interesting.
spread the good word about her. She's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
exactly.
sure love what I've heard. Whoever's calling me, you're calling on the wrong line. I can't answer that one and get you on the air. You'll have to call 573-443-8255 if you want to chat with me and the band here. If not, you'll have to have somebody else answer that one. Okay. Stella, thoughts on the local music scene? I've talked with Lou about this before, but you're sort of a newcomer in the scene. What's it like
Right.
being out there now, actually a part of it, playing music, meeting other people from different bands, coming on the radio and singing your stuff? What's it like in the scene?
Well, I mean, it's definitely very, very neat. It's a whirlwind. I wish I could comment on it more since I am so new.
Do you find it welcoming? Are people nice?
Oh, most definitely. And Lou has been, I mean, absolutely essential for that. He's just made a lot of connections for me, and you know, you find that's a lot of this business is, you know, just knowing the right people, and you know,
It's a lot of every business.
right, exactly. Yeah, so it's been awesome. People are amazing in this town, and I feel like I've discovered a whole new side of it ever since I joined Fumes.
Yeah.
So
all right.
yeah.
Congratulations. It's great to
Thank you.
Great to have you involved.
Yeah.
I love what you're doing with Lou and the band.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. So tonight, is there going to be what do you do for set stage design? Anything like that? Is there
We are
anything
doing-
theatrical going on?
There will be some stage decoration tonight.
I was going to say.
I actually meant to
kinda-
ask you about that, Lou.
Yep, got some things planned.
All right.
Right.
We won't ask too many questions about that, but a little surprise
Right.
tonight on the stage.
Drawing in some elements from the cover photo, but
Yes.
no heart, no blood.
We will be emulating some details from the album.
All right. Let me ask you a question about crazy things that have happened. Like, Lou, you've played a lot of shows over the years. Give me an idea, you know, just something wacky that happened during a show or on tour somewhere.
I don't know. I've been paid to stop playing and go away once. I think that's like.
What?
Yeah. There was
Oh, that's awful.
It's at the Cooper County Testicle Festival at Tractor Pull. And I don't think they knew
Oh,
what
God.
kind of band they were hiring.
Who was playing?
It was Monte Carlos. But then
The Carlos were playing?
we were with 2 much heavier bands than us. Slug Trail. And
Oh, yeah. Slug Trail. Now, that's the former incarnation of BC's band,
yeah.
Don't Mind
I
Dying.
can
Yeah.
just see you and Tony up there just feeling so out of place.
That was
Oh,
even
God.
pre-Tony. This was a long time ago. But yeah, they literally paid us, like, the 3 bands, like $700 to not play and to go away.
Well, at least they paid you.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
kidding.
I
$700.
accept that.
That's a pretty good gig, man. All right. We got time for a couple more fun questions here. Who would you like to perform with, Stella? Like, you got any local favorites, or even if it's not a local favorite, anybody that you'd really like to be on stage with?
Well, I actually got some friends in some local bands. They're kind of starting to make their way around the local music scene. One of them's called Ruby Lane. So remember that name. They make really cool bluesy rock music, and they're all very talented individuals, each one of them. So they make really good music. I'd love to see them at one of our shows at some point.
Well, one of the things that I always ask my guests is if they have anyone that they would suggest that I have on the program. So maybe I'll add
Yeah.
Ruby Lane to my
Yeah, definitely.
to my list, huh?
Definitely. They're trying to kind of make more of a name for themselves, getting some more exposure. So I love to speak on their name whenever I can.
And what do they do?
It's a little bit more bluesy rock, so I guess a little bit harder than what Lou and I do, but it's a bit more experimental, a bit more funky.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We talked about upcoming shows. We've got We've got a new EP that's being released tonight at Cafe Berlin. A couple other ones in the works. Are those being recorded down with Will as well?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
We're definitely into the process. I think 7 or 8 songs have been recorded already.
How many are going to be on the record that is original material?
Probably still like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Just depends on how many I get done writing between now and then.
So it's all material that is in process, not songs that you wrote a long time ago and you're finally getting around to them, or is there a combination of that
They
type
were
of stuff?
all written for the most part within like the past year, and a lot of them, like the ones that are recorded, are pretty much just done. It's just layering the instruments and mixing it and stuff like that right now.
Okay, all right. Stella, what do you got planned for the spring, summer? Anything fun? You going to go on a trip? You going to travel at all?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see about that. I'm trying to put together a spring break trip with some friends, but, you know, money.
Oh, man, isn't that the truth, right?
Yeah.
Fumes, any ambition to go on the road and tour a little bit? Or?
Oh, absolutely. And I am working with a friend of mine that does a lot of touring to try to like just book some dates. So, and now that we have something to actually sell, and we have nice photographs, we can put together a little press pack and try to get out there.
Yeah.
Maybe when the summer rolls around, I'm off school, I'll have a little bit more free time.
All right. Well, I imagine if you do it, you're going to have great success out there. It's a great new record, and you guys are sounding really good.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
Yeah.
All right. I sure appreciate you coming down. We'll say goodbye for now. I'll finish off with one more from your new EP. I think we'll play Nothing to Me on the way out of here. But before then, I will tell everyone thanks for listening. Come on back next week. I've got Blake Gardner and the Farmers will be here. Blake's great, and the band is real cool. They're very, very good, and better than I remembered. I'm not sure, but Blake and the Farmers were here a couple of months ago and just had a wonderful performance here in the studio. We had all 5 of them jammed in here, but man, I tell you what,
That would be really tight.
and it's a great recording. I mean, it's actually one, I think I may have mentioned that I'm trying to put together an album of the best recorded stuff that I do, like over the last year or so. Try to pick out 10 or 12 songs that were recorded here in the studio live, and man, there was one in particular that Blake and the gang played that definitely gonna make that record. So anyway, you guys are awesome. I hope you have a great show tonight. Congratulations on the new album. I hope it's very well received out there. I sure think it's really good. We'll leave this copy here at the station, and maybe we can convince some of the other jocks to play a couple tune off of it for you. All right, and thanks again. Have a great time tonight.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Lou, you're the best. I love you, man. Yeah, Stella, pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Have fun tonight, okay?
Oh, will do.
All right, everybody, it's Mike. You're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. That's Stella Peters and Lou Nevins from Fumes. You can catch them tonight, once again, at Cafe Berlin. The doors are at 8, shows at 9. They're going to be helped out by Fox Teeth and the Cosmic Riders. That's one I wish I wasn't going to miss. But, alas, I will be on the road and somewhere else. Okay, so 5 minutes left. Stick around. Diana Moxon, Speaking of the Arts, coming up in just a few minutes. Once again, the new podcast is up and available. You can go to the website at Mike Hagan, MikeHagan, MikeHagan.com. And yeah, all you got to do is, click on the button or whatever. And I don't even know that much about podcasts. All I know is that it will automatically show up in your player like every time there's a new show. So this one that we're just finishing up now will be available probably sometime this afternoon. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think. And I appreciate everybody listening. I can look here online, and there's a whole lot of people listening to us. So always enjoy that, and enjoy the weekend. Get out there and see some live music. Be cool to yourself. Be cool to other people. Here's one more from Fumes. It is called Nothing to Me. Catch y'all next week.
I've got a secret that I've been keeping from you. Me being selfish, thought it in my best interest to do. Just with the distance, some nights get so lonely. But I promise you, never meant nothing to me. I love you. I hope you know that it's true. The way that I hurt you is something that I'll always rue. I know that I fucked up, and there's really no more I can say. But I promise you, baby, she never meant nothing to